Hollywood is making legends as it is breaking them. You are a shining star 1 minute and then you're not. The following all breaks down due to one rash bad call. Cuba Gooding Jr. From Oscar gold to public disgrace. Back in 1997, Cuba Gooding Jr. was in the world's largest arena. He hung on to his Oscar, yelling, "Show me the money," to the crowd. It was all good Hollywood juice. That moment was, for a time, an assured career. Gooding has been charismatic, heartfelt on screen in films such as Men of Honor and Radio. However, his reputation is as much tarnished as it is sullied by decades of scandal. It began in 2019. A woman claims he groped her in a New York bar. He was caught and charged with harassment. A few days later, multiple other women spoke out regarding unwanted touching and inappropriate behavior. The beloved actor, who was widely admired for his friendliness and charm, was now in the news for accusations and betrayals in October. In 2022, Gooding pled guilty to 1 count of forcible touching. He was not charged with jail time, but instead was ordered to counseling and behavioral monitoring. He has since not been seen much in Hollywood and has played in a handful of low-budget independent films. His reputation has been severely damaged. The joy and the energy that was Cuba Gooding Jr. back then are now a distant memory, as the actor has become a cautionary tale about the downfalls of fame. Will Smith, the slap heard around the world. Will Smith has been a symbol of charm, charisma, and box office magic for decades. Whether he was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or a worldwide success with films such as Men in Black and Independence Day, he was more than just a superstar. He was the most popular leading man in America. However, on the night of the 94th Academy Awards, it all changed in a flash. Comedian Chris Rock made fun of Jada Pinkett Smith's shaved head to the crowd, and Will started off laughing with them. Seconds later, he walked on stage and slapped Rock in the face. A moment replayed around the world. Will's rattlemania continued as he scrambled back to his seat and spoke out, "Don't mention my wife again." Though Smith later gave a tearful apology during his Best Actor acceptance speech for King Richard, critics noted he didn't directly mention Rock until the next day. Now the Academy promptly confirmed that Will had been asked to leave and that he had refused. He resigned from the Academy in a week and was then barred for 10 years from all Oscar-related events. Chris Rock declined to sue, but the consequences were dire. A number of his future projects were put on hold or even scrapped entirely, and Will was also the subject of many evening jokes. For the next few years, he went back to a private life and gradually built up his career again. His 2022 movie Emancipation garnered low ratings. He has been teasing new projects recently, even to the extent of talking about Bad Boys 5. Regardless of what happens after that, it was one of the things that will be forever part of his legacy. Any time of greatness can be marred by a single moment of out of control. Megan Fox. From Hollywood's IT girl to sudden outcast, Megan Fox used to be the epitome of an it girl. Striking, eye-catching all over the place. Until 2007, she was virtually unknown, until her appearance in Transformers put her in instant global superstardom. For this brief time, she was Hollywood's hottest name. Until one interview, it was all a mystery. In 2009, she spoke to Wonderland magazine about working with director Michael Bay. She didn't give a diplomatic rebuttal. She went so far as to liken him to Napoleon and even Hitler, dubbing him a chaos-driven nightmare on set. The comments were incendiary. According to the reports, Michael Bay was willing to walk away from the project, but executive producer Steven Spielberg wasn't. Under his direction, Fox was fired from Transformers: Dark of the Moon. The crew members climbed on board in public and declared her to be ungrateful and troublesome. In no time, her image fell. She was called a diva by the press and stopped being courted by the big studios. Fox has managed to stay out of the Hollywood spotlight for years, playing smaller roles and raising 3 sons. By the late 2000s, though, she quietly made her comeback, sharing her personal narrative and talking candidly about the role misogyny and objectification played in her fall. Now, Megan Fox is more confident than ever. From the it girl of the 2000s to a woman telling her tale on her own terms. Rocket, Fuel, Fire. Thomas Gibson. The career-ending kick. Thomas Gibson had been a primetime name for over 10 years. As Aaron Hotchner on Criminal Minds, he played a dedicated sniper FBI profiler whose life was dedicated to the pursuit of murderers. He was cherished by fans for his power and leadership, both on screen and behind the scenes. As he directed several episodes, Gibson was one to watch for the next 12 seasons, until he had a violent outburst destroyed everything he had built. In August 2016, during an argument with a writer-producer over a script, Gibson got angry and kicked the man in a fit of rage, reports the website. Initially, he was only suspended briefly. However, within a few weeks, ABC Studios and CBS announced that they would end his contract. Later, old fights broke out again, such as an incident he had in 2010, which put him in anger management. This would be the time there would be no second chances. Criminal Minds was ending Hotchner's run from the series when they felt that he had to enter witness protection to keep his son safe, the gradual exit from a very public scandal. Gibson has managed to stay out of the professional spotlight since his dismissal and has only been seen in a few smaller projects. He hasn't been called back for Criminal Minds, though there were rumors that he would be. It's a painful reminder for fans who were raised on his shows. All of the years of success can disappear in a flash, and just one out-of-control moment can destroy an entire Hollywood legacy. Armie Hammer is looked at as the golden boy who fell hard. It was the first shock and swift fall of Armie Hammer. He was an accomplished actor in The Social Network and Call Me By Your Name, and looked like a real A-list actor to me. He looked the part, was charismatic, and had the confidence of a primetime star. However, it all went downhill in early 2021. Hammer was allegedly sending text messages to people that had been leaked on the internet. Messages contained violent sexual fantasies, even a mention of cannibalism, leading to a social media frenzy. Hammer vehemently denounced the accusations as a brutal lie, and soon several other women followed suit with reports of manipulation and abuse. Within the span of a few weeks, his entire career came crashing down. Many important positions were suddenly lost. Important positions were lost all at once. He broke away from his management company. Hollywood closed its doors without any hesitation. In 2022, Hammer reportedly was selling timeshares in the Caymans in order to pay the bills. Very different from the one-time industry leader who was destined for success. Since then, he's been a very little-seen man, but his name is still on Hollywood's long list of notorious failures. The cautionary tale of the rise and fall of a star in a blink of an eye. Chapter 6. Paula Deen. Born and raised in South Carolina, Paula Deen was a sweet Southern girl who loved cooking. Paula Deen was a sweet Southern girl who loved cooking and was born and raised in South Carolina. Paula Deen was America's culinary queen for years, the Southern chef that revolutionized Southern cooking. Butter in the mouth. She made a multi-million-dollar empire with Food Network shows, best-selling cookbooks, and a restaurant chain. However, in 2013, that empire fell in a whirl of controversy. It started with a lawsuit filed by a former employee who called Deen and her brother out on creating a workplace environment that was rife with harassment, discrimination, and racism. The allegations were shocking. However, what really brought her down was her own testimony. She confessed on the stand that she had the use of racist profanity and even explained how she envisioned the wedding being conducted with black men in the role of servants. There was a rapid and intense reaction. The Food Network cut the ties. Sponsors disappeared overnight. Her products were removed from the shelves by the big retailers like Walmart and Target. In a mere couple of weeks, Paula Deen was from one of the most popular chefs on TV to a national pariah. Since then, she has been working tirelessly to redeem herself. Her reputation wasn't ever the same, but she did build up an online following of sorts. She is still a subject of controversy today, being praised by some for her spirit and criticized by others for what she revealed in her scandal. Kevin Spacey, the untouchable star who became untouchable. Over the years, Kevin Spacey was regarded as one of the finest actors in his time. He had 2 Oscars for The Usual Suspects and American Beauty, and was at the height of Hollywood stardom. His portrayal of Frank Underwood in House of Cards not only left an indelible mark on his legacy, but also reshaped the landscape of streaming television. Spacey was not only successful, but he was a lot of fun to watch as well. He was untouchable. In the wake of the #MeToo trend, actor Anthony Rapp has come forward to allege Spacey engaged in inappropriate behavior when he was still 14 years old. The news shook the Hollywood world. Over the next few days, other men emerged with stories of abuse, manipulation, and power, of abuse behind closed doors. Netflix severed ties within hours and removed him from House of Cards altogether. The film, All the Money in the World, just made history by casting another actor to replace Spacey and reshooting all of his scenes in only a few weeks. Big studios quickly withdrew their support. Projects were canceled, some of the charges were dropped, and Spacey himself was acquitted in other more important trials, but it was too late. He was in shambles. Hollywood went on without him. The industry's king was regarded as one of the worst industry collapses. He was promoted fast, and his talent was unarguable. His downfall is a reminder, though, that fame is fragile, power is temporary, and a person's actions, no matter how successful, cannot be protected by the best of awards. Roseanne Barr, 1 tweet, 1 empire lost. Prior to 2018, Roseanne Barr was on one of the biggest comeback television seasons of all time. Her revival of her show, Roseanne, had attracted huge ratings. Audiences loved it. Critics praised it. This was a cultural phenomenon that had come about when a classic sitcom was revived. And then there was that tweet. Barr was the one to make a racist remark about former Obama advisor Valerie Jarrett, likening her to an ape. Immediately, there was a backlash. The show was canceled by ABC in hours, not the mere revival. All of Roseanne's legacy was marred. She eventually made her debut on the network as The Conners, which was created without her character. Roseanne Barr lost it all, not gradually, not over time, in a single day. She has since apologized, explained, and even blamed on medicine. However, it was already too late. A career which had been started and then miraculously revived after many years came to an end because of some careless words on social media. Her tale is the most contemporary cautionary tale. With the advent of Twitter and Instagram, everything is open to the public. All words can be screenshotted. One wrong tweet can undo a lifetime of effort. Second acts are a common thing in Hollywood. Comebacks, redemption stories. For these 8 actors, however, the damage is so great that their careers may never be the same. In Hollywood, talent can catapult you to the top. However, it is your character that will determine whether you remain there or not. What was the most surprising loss you experienced? Tell us in the comments below. Follow our blog if you love to see the dark side of Hollywood. Click like, subscribe, and activate notifications. We now just have the beginnings. Thanks for watching. We'll meet you in the next one.